gents, I am here with
Tom Halpin,
where are you affiliated? Where's
representing Fight Sports, and I'm from Limerick in Ireland. Beautiful Ireland. So
Great accent. We've been hearing it all night.
Yeah.
You were so hyped tonight. By the way, you won Combat Jiu Jitsu. In case you can't tell by your Flava Flav and your belt over here, which big congratulations, sir. How do you feel wearing all this?
I like the understatement of it, to be honest.
Yeah.
You know, because in Ireland we don't show off. Like, if my mom sees this, she's gonna be like, "Oh, I can't look at him. I can't look at him." So this is gonna go down very well at home. I probably wear it out to the clubs, and no one will be impressed.
I don't know about that. I mean, there's definitely some nerd jiu-jitsu people who will be impressed because what you did tonight was nothing short of impressive.
It was good.
Let's talk about this. How did you become involved in this event?
I kind of had a lot of disappointments last year because I just wasn't really myself mentally in terms of competition. I was taking it a bit too seriously, and I got away from kind of being who I am and just being relaxed and enjoying it and just going for the kill, which is the way I naturally am, I suppose. So I had a couple of bad runs, and that kind of annoyed me a bit, and I just started to turn a corner, and I was like, I saw this event was coming up, and I was like, I want to do that. So I messaged Eddie, and I'm good friends with Wagner, and I asked him to message Eddie as well. So Eddie was like, "You're in," and I was like, "I'm in," and here we are.
When you say you're good friends with Wagner, how much of that involves slaps in your friendship?
Basically, I just act very innocent and nice and relaxed and hope that he doesn't beat me up too much. But no, I've actually learned a lot from him, and every time I'm in Miami, I try and get as much training in with him as I can, and like, you know, not slap jiu-jitsu, normal jiu-jitsu, but it's working. Even for this event, I didn't slap one person in training.
I noticed that.
No one slapped me. I didn't do it.
You mentioned that toward the end, but I don't think Wagner cares when you train with him whether what you're doing or not. He'll just do whatever he feels like.
No, he's cool. But he wants you to think he's super tough, but he's actually one of the soundest guys you'll ever meet.
Yo, real talk though, anytime he's talking with us, he's a giant softie.
Yeah, man. Everyone.
Like, he's a really, really
you don't
nice
get
person.
good at jiu-jitsu if you're not cool, I don't think, unless you're kind of an exception. But really, like, when you're coming up and you're cool and you're relaxed, everyone who is experienced and good, they'll want to train with you, and you learn a lot. So, you know, you can be sound backstage and make friends and stuff, and then you can go and submit everyone as well. So that's kind of what I like to show.
You were pretty there tonight. All right, let's talk about this.
Yeah.
Talk me through your day. I want to know about your first match. What happened in your first match?
Yeah, so first match, I always think the first match is the hardest one because you need to, like, you never know how your day is going to kind of start. So I arrived late enough. I was last one checking in with the doctor. I like just doing things last minute, to be honest. So checked in. I was like, fuck, I have about 20 minutes to warm up. So just a quick warm up, a couple of little rolls with my friend here. Went out confident, and I just knew my plan. You know, I knew that I want to submit everyone. I don't want to hit anyone. I just want to win without hitting them and show that jiu-jitsu itself is combat jiu-jitsu.
Were you at any point thinking maybe I'm going to deter from that plan? Because everybody says they're not going to hit somebody until they get slapped in the face, friend.
I honestly thought that I would more, but I actually enjoyed the slaps.
They have groups for that, you know.
3 or 4 in each match, and they kind of woke me up. I was like, whoa, I need to go for this now. Go, and like, yeah, I enjoyed it. It made me more urgent, and I didn't get tired at all. Sometimes in jiu-jitsu matches when you're focused on squeezing and doing all this, but here I was like, grand. Yeah.
Well, okay, so the first match ends
First
by...
match won by submission, heel hook. It was a good kind of warm-up match, like 4 or 5 minutes. It was tough. It was perfect, really, because I got a bit of go on bottom, a bit of go on top. Took a few slaps, won by submission. So that was kind of off to a good start, and then I just got more and more confident as the day went on. Yeah.
So you were saying that it felt euphoric. It felt like you were almost like dreaming it. It felt like it was getting better throughout the day.
Yeah, it was just one of the most enjoyable tournaments I've done since I walked in the door. The stadium is amazing. Get to meet Eddie and talk shit with all the lads, and like, it just felt good. Like, you know, it just felt right. You know, it felt like my day.
All right. Talk to me about your second match. What happens there?
So the second match against really tough guy, really experienced guy, Hideo from Japan. I have a ton of respect from him. I've seen him have some great matches in the past as well. And I knew that if I could get on top, that I could probably put some passing pressure and take his back. That's exactly what happened. And then I got a rear naked choke. It was about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes. So I was happy because really the leg locks, I do them a lot in tournaments, but it's not the strongest part of my game. The strongest part of my game is definitely chokes from the back, things like guillotines, kimuras, different things. I have a very well-rounded game, and it's nice that I got to show a bit of that, I suppose.
I'm curious, were you watching his matches? Because
No.
it seemed you didn't. Oh my God.
I didn't watch
Okay.
any of the matches today, to be honest.
Really?
I just wanted to do my own thing and relax and fucking
Well,
chat with my
credit to
friends.
you.
Yeah.
But it felt like he was trying that in his previous match.
Oh, was he? Yeah.
And that the read was toward the end. His opponent was starting to try and get that back crab ride.
Yeah.
And that seemed like something that I thought you were
Yeah.
at least kind of like watching and observing and going from there. So that was just a read that you had.
Should have done that, but I'll keep doing what I'm doing.
I mean, it worked out
Yeah.
fine for
Yeah.
you, but I just, I thought, I guess a compliment to you is that I thought you were able to adapt that if you
can
had
kind of
seen
feel it. I think I saw Nicky Ryan maybe do a similar thing to him before, put the passing pressure and then get his back. So I kind of had that in my head, and I want to mix it up too. I don't just want to fucking heel hook everyone. I want to try and do all the different submissions, things that I practice in training. So I was really happy today. I kind of executed a lot of the things that I was practicing recently. So
I'm curious about this because I'm also taking photos on the side.
Yeah.
So we have a couple.
Yeah, nice.
But I want to know what's going through your head when you are on that like raised podium. Like what's happening up here?
Honestly, it should be nearly nothing. It should be just the moves, like you see a move tree. Like I compare things to video games a lot, like with jiu-jitsu. Like when you're squeezing, you're like powering it up and like, just different things like that. And it feels like there's a few little buttons you can press at any one time. You only have maybe 3 or 4 options in each position. You press this button, see if it works. Oh, that didn't work. I got slapped in the face. I press this button. Oh, shit. I press this button. Oh, here we are. I win. So that's when you're at your best. When you're not at your best and you're getting tired and you're thinking about, I need to win money. I need to impress everyone. I need to do this. I need to do that. Then you get away from it, So just having a clear mind or just having some tactics in mind, I think. That's all you need, really.
You look super calm, and I get to see a little bit of everybody on there.
Super calm.
So I've seen people when they're at their nervous. I've seen people just be in their zone and get like real angry. I've seen people like storm on that thing. It was a nice contrast, and I think you'll see it in a couple of the photos. Talk to me about your third match.
I think it shakes people off. Sorry for interrupting you there, but I think it shakes people off when they're like, what the fuck is wrong with this crazy guy? He's doing these weird yoga moves. He's dancing around backstage. He's speaking some fucking weird accent that I don't really understand, but just when they see you relaxed and confident, it must throw some people off. I don't know. But as well, you get so absorbed into your own world then that you just feel good and then you do well. Isn't it? It was just like the most fun day of training ever for me up there today.
Okay. Well,
minus a few slaps.
I mean, you got over them pretty well.
Grand, yeah.
But let's talk about when you say it's one of the funnest days.
Yeah.
Talk about this. Eminari rolling you, and then you reading it properly and getting the submission in a very quick amount of time.
Yeah.
Please tell me about this.
Man, that was amazing. I was absolutely buzzing after that. It was like a mini little explosion in my brain. I just couldn't believe it because honestly I was a bit not scared, but I was like, fuck, this is like playing with fire. And I was debating backstage with my friend here, and I was like, will I try and like avoid the legs, pass the guard, take his back? And I was thinking like, that's a lot of effort because he actually has good guard retention and he's good at getting on the legs then. And that's kind of me. Then I felt like if I did that, I would be kind of defeating myself before the match even started. And I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to play with fire. And if I get caught out with something, it just means I need to train more, I need to practice more. And obviously after that, I don't need to fucking train ever again. So
I mean, it was
great. It was amazing. And I have massive respect for Imanari. He's an absolute legend.
Absolutely.
And it just happened. It just happened. Like the way I train, the way I drill, and the way I do like specific training and lots of different intensities, lots of different belt levels and different people that I really get to know and trust. You get a feel then for what you're doing. You don't get tired when you're doing it. You just feel it. Jiu-jitsu, like, it's not supposed to be relaxed. That's for the guys who are fucking juicing up and wrestling and stalling and running around the mat and trying to game a win. That's not me.
Want to name names?
I don't want to name names because we'd be here all night. We'd be here all night, But it's okay. That's their style, and there's no problem with that. And if they want to go against me, they'll win some and they'll lose some too. But when they lose some, they're getting submitted. When they win some, they're winning by advantages or decisions or points, which are cool too.
It's bullshit. You don't have to say it. I could say it.
I prefer the submissions.
I do too.
So I'm really happy I got to showcase a lot and like just represent my friends and my family, and like I've made so many friends over the years doing jiu-jitsu, and that's the amazing part of it. Really, anywhere you go, you instantly make like 20, 30 friends. And even here today, I was chatting with loads of people as if I know them, even though I don't, because we're all kind of the same, like, aren't we? You know, we're all just trying to get good at fucking tangling up
And you guys have a similar want. Like, you all want to win this, so you have a
struggle.
shared sensibility of like,
Yeah.
hey man, let's bring our best game, let's put on a good show,
Yeah, exactly.
and let's see how it plays out, you know. And I think that carried over. Of course, you were very kind in making sure, you know, Emirati was good. It seemed like he
I'm
was
always
okay
worried about
after.
He was. I think most of the submissions were on the ankle. And really, when you do the heel hook right and you put on the finishing mechanics properly, it should go on the ankle first. Sometimes it's like clumsy when it's going on the side of the knee and different things. And I'm happy how I applied the finishes. I didn't put anything on too quick, because in my mind that's kind of like a strike. You know, I apply the submissions to finish them, but I'm doing them controlled as well. And I always check on everyone straight away, because I would hate if I was in that position and they started going off celebrating without checking on me. So I just a bit of respect, and just to know that, like, I want everyone to be training again tomorrow, because I want to be training again tomorrow, you know.
There might be a couple days off there.
It depends on how much whiskey we have tonight, but I'll be doing some kind of training. Okay.
Well, that's good to know. All right, let's talk about your final match.
Yeah.
I want to, you know, obviously before we were doing this, Kevin was walking by.
Yeah.
Kevin is a friend of our show. I love the shit out of him.
man, sound guy.
I knew he would be in a different vibe than you because he had a long day of competition as well.
Yeah.
He was crazy doing great highlight stuff for himself.
Yeah.
But what were you expecting, and what was the result?
I was thinking first, he'll be a bit tired after a semi-final, but then I just said, no, do you know what? Just put that out of my head. So I just took it and just threw it out.
Good.
Because you don't know. These guys, you recover quick, and it doesn't take much to do something, you know, especially when there's a lot on the line. So I put that out of my head quick. And then I was just thinking, play my game. See what he does. If he sits, then I'll put some passing pressure on top. If he doesn't sit, then I'll probably just sit and get the game going, because I just hate stalling, to be honest. I just can't do it. Like, I just feel bad. I feel like I'm in the crowd and I'm watching myself just being like, boo, you know. So I sat.
Don't watch me ever roll then.
Got a couple of nice. He was using the strikes properly. If I was going to be using the strikes, like, I made the decision before even coming here that, you know what, I'm not even going to hit anyone. I just want to win by submission and show that my jiu-jitsu is submission based, and that is the ultimate combat, really. But if I was to use the strikes, I would use them like him. He was like, just going for the nose. Because, I mean, you can hit me in the face and the head all day, but, like, he was just going for the nose, and he was using, like, Bass Rutten style. Boom.
Well, it's also his reach.
Exactly.
That gives you a little bit of extra, you know what I mean?
He was strong as fuck.
You can curse, it's
He
fine.
was fucking strong. You know, because his long guys, I hate that kind of... But it helped me out in the end, I think, because his leg was perfect distance
It's
for
a
me.
little bit longer, and, you know, I mean...
Even he cleared his knee for the finish.
At the very beginning, he was working to clear the knee, and it looked like he was out for a split second, and then you brought him back in.
The thing you'll find when you start training it is when they start to clear their knee, if you start to twist the foot a bit, their knee lifts. And when their knee lifts, it's like their leg shortens, and their knee just comes back in. And then you just give a little whoop, little bit of press.
And you could hear, I think it was...
It was not nice. I was putting it on slow enough, but it was like, you know, it's like the paper. It's not
I
really...
get you.
For the inside heel hooks, when it's on the ankle, it's not really like a pop like the outside one is more the ligament just goes like pop. The inside's more like rip, 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 rip. So
I definitely, you know, props to you. I heard Gio over on the side. He was saying, you know, we got to respect that. We got to respect that. So there, you know, and I could hear him trying to say like, hey, bro, this is bad, you know. So what happens? How much money did you win tonight, and what are you doing with it?
I think I won $11,000. So probably, I don't know what that is in euros, but not far off. So what am I doing with it? I've been thinking about opening my own gym, so I'm not sure if that's going to come right now or if it's going to come soon, but I'll probably put that away, save it, and just keep that for opening the gym. And, like, I'm probably going to get a bit emotional talking about this because it seemed very distant, like, trying to save up for that kind of investment, but that's just amazing, and I just can't thank Eddie enough for even the opportunity, you know, and just having, if I didn't get paid today, it was a great day. The fact that I get paid to do what I love and really
Don't tell
get
them
to
that,
show,
though.
I won't tell him that.
That's a terrible thing to let these people know. They're like, oh.
Say nothing. Say nothing. Say nothing.
But did you at all, like, I know so many people sometimes complicate their emotions and they think like, okay, it's all riding on this. That school's riding on this.
When I was up sitting on that stand waiting for the final and they're playing commercial after commercial after commercial and I'm getting these ideas in my head like, fucking 10th Planet guy's putting on double commercials so he gets more rest and I have to fucking throw that one out of my head as well. And then another one like, oh, win this now and then you'll have loads of money to open a gym. And I'd be like, no, put that away. It's not about that. It's about just go there, do your moves and fucking just go have fun. And then that's the best, so.
In your post interview with TJ, I thought it was a great message that you were saying, which is, you felt like you found yourself again, and that you played the game like you didn't try to chase someone else's game. You were doing like, when did you find that was something that was happening to you?
I felt like I was building when I got my black belt. My level in competition just took off, to be honest, because I was like, I always felt it's training until black belt. Then I got my black belt. The competitions kind of matter more. And I was like, okay, now's the time. And I started doing really well in competition, and I was building nicely. And then all of a sudden, I qualified for ADCC. It was amazing. But I felt like, boom, now I'm at the top level. And I was like, fuck, now I have to like act all serious and do this and do that. And it didn't really go the best for me, So then I was like, you know what, fuck that. I'm just going to be myself and just hang out with the lads. And like, at the weekends, I'd be like, oh, I'm not going out, lads. I'm not going out, or I go out and I have one, or I go out and, and now I just like, if I want to go, I fucking go. And I have fun, and I don't feel bad about it. And when you don't feel bad about it, you're actually fine the next day. Because what I would do then sometimes is I would go have fun with my friends, feel bad about it, and the next day I'd be like, oh my God, I'm so tired, I'm doing this, I'm not, I can't train. Now when I go, I just think, that was fun last night, and now I'll get up and I'll fucking have a good day as well. And you do. So a lot of it's mental, and just, that's a learning experience. So ADCC was very valuable for me in that. It was cool being the first Irish person to not Irish person. I think an Irish girl actually did it in 2007, maybe.
Irish man?
First Irishman to do ADCC. So that was amazing. And now I feel like I've kind of shown that I'm at the top level. It's no fluke. I'm getting better, and I'm here to stay.
Good for you, dude. I'm so happy that, you get to put some money away for a gym.
Yep.
I know how much that means to people.
Class, yeah.
I know how crazy this feels, I'm sure, still.
Yeah.
But I know that tomorrow you get to wake up, you get to be excited about this. Yeah. But tomorrow people also get to wake up, and I think DVD for leg locks?
Yeah, it's funny, actually. It's good timing. I just released leg lock instructional, and a good few of the stuff that I used today is actually even on it, and then there's a few things that I've developed recently as well that I use today, but I release it with technically.com, so I think it's techniqly.com, and you can check that out. It's none of those Danaher 300 quid ones. You're not gonna break the bank on it, but
it's 300 over there.
No, the Danaher ones are.
Yeah, over there.
This is like 30 quid.
30 quid. What's that in real people dollars? Because you use your weird like
$35 maybe.
$35?
Yeah.
Oh,
and
shit.
It's maybe an hour, but there's no fluff. I'm not getting out the ruler. I'm not getting out the tape.
We have very different definitions of how this is all going.
I just get through it, and just there's nice bits in it, kind of talking about how you train, like starting in the end position, getting good at the end game, taking a little step back, getting good there, taking a little step back for the entries and the control, and it just has a nice little flow to it, kind of the way I learned myself. So I'm proud enough of it, and it's a good entry point, and it's good for learning a few little advanced tricks as well. So
clearly it worked tonight. So I'm gonna definitely take a look at it.
So give it a Google and check it out, and if it sucks, let me know, and fuck you.
You put that on the DVD cover if you would, please. If it sucks, it's your fault.
Yeah.
That's what I would put on mine. Listen, Tom, I have to say, man, it was a pleasure to watch you compete here tonight. I was mentioning this off air, but you really do join a prestigious amount of people. The people who have been in this beautiful Orpheum venue have gone on to do amazing things. And so hopefully you continue to do amazing things by just being yourself and being true to that. And I look forward to hearing about your gym, because I feel like it's coming. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know when it's coming, but
it's coming.
When it does, there's going to be some serious thoughts, some serious effort, and it's going to be great training for everyone. But
your students, your future students, will be very, very lucky to have you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Say a couple of words before we...
of course.
So I just want to say to my friends, my family, my girlfriend, everyone that supports me, sponsors, everything. You guys don't know how much I really appreciate it, because the support is amazing, and without that, sometimes it's tough, but I fucking love you guys so much, and I can't wait to see everyone soon. And yeah, that's all. This is I know it's a bit gaudy, but it's for you too, yeah. And I appreciate you guys so much. I love you. Thank you. You too, man. You too. I love you too, bro.
It has nothing to do with me. Literally zero to do with me. Maybe a couple good photos, but it's all you, my friend. Tom, again, a great success story here today. We look forward to seeing it. I look forward to seeing your video. I'm definitely going to check that out. You guys should check that out. Keep it locked here. We got more show coming up after this break. I didn't say it to snap. You just snapped.
I just went with it. It just felt right.
Did it though?
It did. I mean, I can get away with it today.
Ah, fuck, you're right. All right.
Yeah.